Dear students, in this class we will start your 10th standard second chapter of your science, that is acid, bases and salts. In this chapter we will discuss about reaction of acid and bases and some important of acid, bases and salts in our day-to-day life. Children, you know that sour and bitter taste of the food. Acid and bases present in the food items, they are responsible for sour and bitter taste of the food. You already learned in your 6th standard about the litmus paper. Litmus paper is a natural indicator. It tells the acidic and basic nature of the substance in the solution. Children, there are two types of litmus papers are there, blue litmus paper and red litmus paper. When we dip blue litmus paper in acidic media or acidic substance, they turn blue litmus to red litmus. And the red litmus paper dipped in basic nature of the solution, it turns red to blue. In this way, the litmus paper is used to know the nature of the solution or a substance. Apart from this, there are some more indicators are widely used in chemical laboratory, such are methyl orange and phenolphthalein. These two are widely used in chemical laboratory. Apart from this, some other substances are there. When they are present in acidic or basic media whose odor get changes. Such are called olfactory indicators. Listen children, there are some substances change their odor when they are present in acidic or basic medium. Such are called olfactory indicators. Examples, vanilla, onion and clove are the olfactory indicators. Children, next we will go to reactions of acids, bases with metals. Okay children, now let's come to how do acids and bases react with metals. Students, look at here. The experimental arrangement of the operators has shown in the figure. Here the metal is taken in the test tube. The dilute sulfuric acid is added to the test tube. Here the reaction takes place. By the reaction, the gas is liberated. That gas is passed through the soap solution. It makes the bubbles. In this bubble contain the gas. We don't know which kind of gas is there in this bubble. That is tested by using the burning candle. The burning candle is going nearer to the soap bubble. This burning candle is burns with a pop sound. This indicates the bubble contains hydrogen gas. Because we know that the hydrogen gas is an exhaust gas. Look at children here. The gas is liberated. By this reaction is hydrogen gas. We come to the conclusion by testing of the burning candle. Listen here. When metal reacts with acid, it produces hydrogen gas. With the liberation of hydrogen gas, the another one product is formed here. That product is the respective salt formed in this reaction. We have to write the chemical equation of this reaction as follows. Acid reacts with the zinc. It produces zinc sulfate and with liberation of hydrogen gas. In this reaction, we summarize. In presence of acid, any kind of acid is used, and in presence of metal, any kind of metal is used. When acid reacts with a metal, it produces respective salt and with liberation of hydrogen gas. Okay, now let's come to metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates react with acid. See children here, take for example metal carbonate as sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid. It produces sodium chloride with water and with liberation of carbon dioxide gas. And next, the metal hydrogen carbonate has sodium bicarbonate. Reacts with hydrochloric acid. It produces sodium chloride with water and liberation of carbon dioxide gas. Look at here, in both the reaction, the product is formed here respective salt with water and liberation of carbon dioxide gas. Finally, we come to conclusion. Metal carbonate or hydrogen metal carbonate reacts with acid. It produces respective salt with water and liberation of carbon dioxide gas. Okay, now next come to how do acids and bases react with each other. Look at here, when acid reacts with the base, it produces respective salt and water. See, for example here children, the acid is hydrochloric acid, base is sodium hydroxide. The hydrochloric acid reacts with the sodium hydroxide, it produces sodium chloride with water. Look at here, the acid reacts with the base, it produces salt and water. The process of the reaction between acid with base to produces salt and water, that process is called neutralization. Listen children once again. When acid reacts with the base, it produces salt and water. That process is called neutralization. Okay children, now come to reaction of metallic oxide with acid. Metallic oxide reacts with acid, it is salt and water. Look at children here, the metallic oxide acts as a base. You already learned about the neutralization process. In the neutralization process, the base reacts with acid, it produces salt and water. You recall that here the metallic oxide acts as a base. It shows basic nature. All metallic oxides are basic in their nature. When metallic oxide reacts with acid, it produces salt and water. Next, we go to reaction of non-metallic oxide with base. Non-metallic oxide reacts with the base, it produces salt and water. Here also recall the neutralization process. When acid reacts with the base, it produces salt and water. Here, non-metallic oxide acts as an acid. It shows acidic nature. All non-metallic oxides are acidic in their nature. When non-metallic oxide reacts with the base, it produces salt and water. Next is what is common in all acids and bases. Now let us take examples for acids such as H2SO4, HNO3, HCl, named as sulfuric acid, nitric acid, hydrochloric acid. This sulfuric acid going to ionize to produce H plus ion and SO4 minus ion. In the same way, all the acids going to ionizes to produce H plus ions and the respective anions. Children, look at here. All the acids produces H plus ions are common. This H plus ion is called cation. This cation is responsible for acidic nature of the solution. Listen once again. In acid, H plus ion is responsible for acidic property of the solution. Next is base. Take examples for base such as sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide. Take example sodium hydroxide. NaOH going to ionizers to produce Na plus ion and OH minus ion. Look at here, all the bases going to ionizers to produce common OH minus ions with respective cations. Look at here, OH minus ion is called anion. This OH minus ion is responsible for basic nature of the solution. Now come to the conclusion. In acids, H plus ions are common. In bases, OH minus ion is common. We come to what happens to an acid or base in a water solution. Take example for acid is HCl. HCl or hydrochloric acid dissolve in a water, it produces hydronium ion plus chlorine minus ion. Look at children here, HCl in water solution, it produces hydronium ion. The hydrogen ion does not exist alone, it exists with combining water as hydronium ion. The hydrochloric acid in water solution only, it shows acidic property. The dry HCl doesn't show acidic property. This is because of this reason. The hydrogen ion does not exist alone. The hydrogen ion needs water medium to show the acidic property. Listen children, the dry HCl doesn't show acidic property. The HCl in water solution only shows acidic property. Next we come to base. The base is dissolved in a water to produces Na plus ion and hydroxide ion. OH minus ion is called hydroxide ion. The process of dissolving an acid or a base in water is a highly exothermic. Care must be taken while mixing concentrated nitric acid or sulfuric acid with water. The acid must always be added slowly to water with constant stirring. If water is added to a concentrated acid, the heat generated may cause the mixture to splash out and cause burns. The glass container may also break due to excessive local heating. Look out for the warning sign on the can of concentrated sulfuric acid and on the bottles of sodium hydroxide pellets. Here, the mixing an acid or base with water results in decreases in the concentration of ions per unit volume. Such a process is called dilution, and the acid or the base is said to be diluted. Listen children, when the water is added to the acid or the acid is added to the water, the concentration of ions get decreases. The solution is said to be diluted. That process is called dilution. Next we come to how strong are acid or base solution. Children, I told you about the dilution process. The acid is added to the water or water is added to the acid. The concentration of the acid or base get decreases. That means the concentration of hydrogen ion or hydroxide ion get decreases. There is a scale for measuring the hydrogen concentration in a solution. That scale is called pH scale. I think all of you heard the word pH in your previous standard. pH is a scale. It is used to measure the hydrogen concentration in the solution. Here P stands potence. Potence means power. The power or concentration of hydrogen ion in a solution that is measured by using this scale. Now let's come to pH scale. The pH scale contains 0 to 14 number. 0 to 7 number indicates acids and the 7 to 14 number indicates bases. Look at children here. The number 7 indicates neutral of the solution. Here in this scale, the concentration of hydronium ion or H plus ion get increases like this from 14 to 0. Higher the concentration of hydronium ion, lower the pH value of acids. Listen. Higher the concentration of H plus ion, lower the pH value of the acids. In the same way, similarly, higher the concentration of OH minus ion, higher the pH value of the base. Higher the concentration of OH minus ion, higher the value of the base pH value. Strength of a acid or base depending upon the production of H plus ions or OH minus ion in a solution. Look at children here. The strength means how the acid produces H plus ions in a solution. It produces more H plus ions in a solution. The acid said to be strong acid. Otherwise, it is weak. Similarly, the base also. In base, the production of OH minus ion is more. The base is said to be strong. Otherwise, it is a weak base. Strength of an acid or base depending upon the number of H plus ion and OH minus ion produces in a solution. Okay children, till now we are discussing about natural indicators, synthetic indicators, olfactory indicators and reaction of acid bases with metals, reaction of metal carbonates and hydrogen metal carbonates with acid, reaction of metallic oxide with acid, reaction of non-metallic oxide with base and the reaction of acid with a base and what is common in acid and bases. And we are discussing about how the acid or base is strong by using pH scale. Children, I hope that all of you understood properly. I will discuss the remaining part of this chapter in your next class. Thank you.